Good afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to have a lecture on unit number 4, and the topic is ventilation and plumbing. Here are the contents of today's presentation: introduction, types of ventilation, natural ventilation, wind and stack effect, mechanical ventilation and its types, plumbing services, and then the types of traps. Now, ventilation is defined as the process by which the stale air inside an enclosure is replaced by fresh air from the outside, which means the changing of the air in an enclosed space. It dilutes inside air to prevent ventilate by body odors and removes any contamination in the air. It helps in maintaining the heat balance of the body to prevent discomfort and injury to health of the occupants. And the ventilation is necessary to keep the fresh air for respiratory systems, to preserve the correct level of oxygen in the air, and to remove the dust and odors and control the level of moisture. We know that India is a tropical country. The summer months are hot and dry, rainy season is warm and humid. Ventilation is important to cool the summer nights and during humid days to remove excessive body heat by evaporation of sweat. This is called as a comfort ventilation. The air changes per hour of ventilation or a ventilation rate is preferred criteria for ventilation system design. Where people are working, the air has to be moved or changed to cause proper ventilation of the premises. The minimum and maximum rates of change of air per hour are 1 and 60 respectively. If the rate of air change is less than 1 per hour, it will not create any appreciable effect of the ventilation system. On the other hand, if the rate of air change is more than 60 per hour, it will result in discomfort due to high velocities of the air. From practical consideration and effective working of ventilation system, the desired value of the rate of air change is 3 and preferably 5 per hour or so. The formula to calculate air changes per hour is given by air changes per hour is equal to the quantity of air into occupancy divided by the room volume. Now we'll see the types of ventilation. There are two basic or main types of ventilation. First is natural ventilation and second is mechanical ventilation. So we'll first go with the natural ventilation. Natural ventilation is the process of supplying and removing air through an indoor space without using mechanical system or the appliances is known as natural ventilation. It refers to the flow of external air to an indoor space as a result of pressure or temperature differences. Natural ventilation system is used to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, to improve the quality of indoor air, and to improve the efficiency of workers. In this system of ventilation, the use is of doors, windows, ventilators and skylights is made to make the room properly ventilated. This system is useful for small buildings and it cannot be adopted for big offices, theaters, auditoriums, etc. The only advantage of this system is that it is economical and in the sense that no special equipment is necessary for making the room adequately ventilated and that it affords living under natural conditions. Here are some considerations for natural ventilation. The building form and dimensions are very important. Then orientation of building, types of windows and its operations, urban planning consideration, types of shape and size of openings. Natural ventilation system works on these two principles, wind effect and stack effect. This effect we can say that the stack effect is based on the principle of buoyancy. Principle of buoyancy is, as air is heated, it becomes less dense and therefore rises into the cooler dense air surrounding it. Buoyancy gives rise to internal air movement in a vertical direction. So this is the principle behind wind effect and the stack effect. Ventilation due to stack effect is given by the formula Q is equal to K into A into V, where Q is the rate of air flow through opening in cubic meter per hour, A is the free area of inlet openings in square meter, V is the speed or the velocity of wind in meter per hour, and the K is the coefficient of effectiveness of the opening. If the opening is perpendicular, then the value of K is 0.6, and if the opening is at an angle less than 45 degrees, then the value of K will be 0.3. Mechanical ventilation. The another type of ventilation is mechanical ventilation, and the process of supplying and removing air through an indoor space using mechanical system is known as mechanical ventilation. The benefits of this mechanical ventilations are better air quality by removing pollutants, moisture, etc. Provide proper fresh air flow along with the appropriate locations for intake and exhaust. These systems employ an electrically driven fan or fans to provide the necessary air movement. Some mechanical arrangement is adopted to provide enough ventilation to the room. This system has become popular due to recent change in nation regarding ventilation. At present, the ventilation is required not merely to furnish warm air or cool air, but the ventilation system should provide air of such qualities regarding humidity, temperature, etc., as to make the room comfortable at all times during the year. This system is costly, but it results in considerable increase in the efficiency of persons under the command of the system. This system is adopted for big offices, banks, industrial plants, theaters, auditoriums, etc. The types of mechanical ventilation system, there are three types of mechanical ventilation system. First is natural inlet and mechanical extract. Second is the mechanical inlet and natural extract. And third is mechanical inlet and mechanical extract. We'll go with the first one, natural inlet and mechanical extract. The most common type of system, this is the most common type of system, and it is used for kitchens, workshops, laboratories, internal sanitary apartments, etc. The fan creates negative pressure on its inlet side, and this causes the air inside the room to move towards the fan, and room air is displaced by the fresh air from outside the room. Better air quality by removing pollutants, moisture, etc. Here we can see the diagram of this natural inlet and mechanical extract. This is an example of the first one. This is canteen kitchen. We have seen in the kitchen there is a kitchen chimney. This is an example of in natural inlet and mechanical extract. Second one is mechanical inlet and natural extract. Remember one thing, in this system the air is heated before it is allowed to enter into the building. So this system is often used for the boiler rooms, offices and certain types of factories. In the picture we can see how the mechanical inlet and natural extract system works. Third one is the mechanical inlet and mechanical extract. Both are the mechanical. So inlet and extract both are working on the mechanical means. This system is widely used in many types of buildings, including cinema halls, theaters, auditoriums, offices, dance halls, restaurants, etc. it is considered as the best system of ventilation, but it is the most expensive system. Okay. Now this the topic was totally related with the ventilation and the types of ventilation. Now we'll move towards our new subtopic, that is the plumbing services, which is a part of building service. And in the plumbing services, there are number of types of traps that we use for the sanitation purpose. Now, what is mean by a trap? A trap is a device shaped with a bending pipe path to retain fluid to prevent severe gases from entering buildings while allowing the waste material to pass through. The plumbing system are broadly includes the following things, such as the entire system of water supply and distribution pipes, including fitting and fixtures like taps, valves, tanks used in the connection with the water supply. Now, these traps are as we have already seen that these are the device with a bending pipe path to retain the fluid to prevent severe gases from entering the buildings. The functions of these traps are the main or basic function of the trap in the drainage system is to prevent the passage of foul air or gases through it, and it also allows the sewage to flow through it. There are three types of traps as far as the shape of these traps are concerned. They are namely P trap, Q trap, and S trap. The P trap which has a shape of letter P is known as a P trap. The legs of the trap are at right angles to each other. We can see in the diagram. Then Q trap, the trap which has a shape of letter Q is known as a Q trap, and the legs of this trap meet at an angle other than the right angle. And the third one is the S trap. The trap which has shape of letter S, it is known as a S trap, and the legs of trap are parallel. Now the classification according to the use of trap, but before that we'll see what is mean by a water seal. A water seal is designed water barrier that is provided in the trap to prevent the air from passing out of the waste pipe and into the room. That is, it keeps few inches of water between house air and sewer air. In the diagram we can see the water which is retained, it is called as a water seal. Now the classification of the traps according to its use. So according to its use, there are five types of different traps, namely floor trap or nani trap, bottle trap, gully trap, inspection chamber, and intercepting trap. First is the floor trap, or which is popularly known as a nani trap. It is a cast iron cover with grating is provided at the top so as to prevent the entry of solid matter. The cover can be removed for cleaning of the trap. Here you can see in the diagram there is a cover, it can be removed for cleaning of the trap, and the location of this nani trap are it is located in the bathroom. It is provided into the floor to collect the wastewater from bathroom, wash area, wash basin, and kitchen sink, etc. Second one is the bottle trap. A bottle trap is provided to receive the waste from wash basin, kitchen, sinks, and other appliances where the appliance do not have built in the trap. So this trap can be used as a mediator, or it is used to connect the two traps where the appliances do not have a built-in trap. So you can see in the diagram that this bottle shape trap, it is used to connect these two traps and to flow the sewer. Third one is, and it is very important, that the type is gully trap. Gully trap is usually made of stoneware and a cast iron grating is provided at its top. it is provided outside the building before connecting it to external sewerage line. It also collects wastewater from the kitchen sink, wash basins, bath and wash area. It is fitted inside a masonry chamber. Water seal is provided of the height of 60 to 70 mm. It is kept at the floor or pavement or ground level. It leads the sewage either to sewer or to inspection chamber or to manhole. The locations of gully trap are at the starting point of the horizontal flow of sewage, and it is usually situated near the external face of wall, and it is kept slightly higher than the ground level. Next is the inspection chamber. Now, inspection chamber is a manhole. It is an access point to an underground utility network such as drainage system. The presence of the drain or sewer manhole allows the underground pipes to be inspected, surveyed, unblocked, cleaned or repaired. Next is the intercepting trap. An intercepting trap or interceptor manhole is provided at the intersection of building sewer and public sewer. Intercepting trap is provided to prevent the foul gases from public sewer entering into the building sewer by providing water seal. In the diagram you can see the how it differs from the intercepting chamber. Many times student gets confused between the intercepting chamber and inspection chamber. So intercepting trap is a trap which is provided to prevent the foul gases from the public sewer entering to the building sewer. The main idea of providing the intercepting trap is to prevent the entry of sewer gases from public sewer line into the house drains. This trap has water seal of 100 mm. Trap contains an inspection arm for the purpose of cleaning or inspection. The inspection arm is kept closed by a plug or a lead. The location of intercepting trap is provided in the last manhole at the junction of house drain and public sewer lines. So this is which is related with the plumbing system and the different types of traps. Now apart from this, there are some fixtures and fastenings also which are used in the plumbing services, such as different types of valves are there. The different types of valves are sluice valves, pressure relief valves, reflux valve or check valves, air valve, scour valves and globe valves. These valves are used for the different purposes. Other than these valves, there are some sanitary fittings such as water closet, flushing cistern, sink, wash basin, urinals and bathtubs. So this is about this. This was about the different types of traps and the plumbing services which are used at the time of construction of any type of building. So I hope this topic is understood for everyone who is present in this video lecture. If you have any query, any doubt, you can contact me or you can send a message to me so that we can solve that query and answer to your questions. Thank you very much. Next time or in the next lecture we are going to see the unit number 5 and the message will be conveyed to you shortly. Thank you very much.